At the end of 2014, the Board of Directors of the North American Development Bank, NADB, and the Border Environment Cooperation Commission, BEC, approved the integration of the two institutions into a single entity in order to fully merge the project development and implementation processes that each institution has been carrying out in pursuit of their shared environmental mission. Full integration will mark a new era for the institutions in terms of increased operational efficiency, a seamless project development process, and better project closeout and impact assessment of completed projects.
The U.S. and Mexican governments have made significant progress with regards to the institutional integration of the BEC and NADBank. The two countries are close to reaching an agreement on the amended charter.
Both governments have also agreed on a capital increase for the North American Development Bank that will enhance its capacity to support the financing of a robust pipeline of projects for several years while maintaining a very strong financial position.
During 2015, the BEC NADB Board of Directors has approved the certification of 14 new projects, representing investments totaling more than $833 million. Approximately $257 million in financing was also approved to support their implementation. $240 million in loans and grants funded directly by NADB, and $17 million in grants through the Border Environment Infrastructure Fund, which is funded by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency.
The agencies that have been participating in the project are EPA and the Water Trust Board and BEC, and of course the bank. But BEC has been very instrumental in the coordination and getting things going and rolling with the project.
Altogether, these projects, mainly in the water and renewable energy sectors, are benefiting more than 1 million residents along the U.S.-Mexico border. These new projects include water system improvements for the communities of Nogales, Arizona, and Mesilla, New Mexico, by replacing or providing new water distribution infrastructure, as well as hookups for 61 households.
Other than increasing the reliability, the redundancy, the flows to the community, I think this project is going to be a project that hopefully will take us at least another 50 years is what we project, and if not more, hopefully, like this line that we have today. But no, this is going to be a huge benefit, and NADBank and BEC have been incredible supporters, and we appreciate that very much, because without that help, support, we probably wouldn't be able to do this.
5 border communities will benefit from wastewater projects. Treatment capacity will be increased by 9.4 million gallons a day through the construction of new facilities for Sunland Park, New Mexico, and Delicias, Chihuahua, while the plant in Wilcox, Arizona will be upgraded to improve effluent quality.
In addition, the sewer systems in Brownsville, Texas and Sabinas, Coahuila will be expanded, and an estimated 927 residential sewer connections will be installed, which are expected to collect approximately 225,000 gallons per day of wastewater for treatment.
The FM 511-2 Colonia Wastewater Improvements Project is a sanitary sewer improvements for the residents of southeast area of Brownsville, and it includes approximately 145,000 linear feet of both sewer gravity and force mains. There are 7 lift stations that are being added to the project area and 1 lift station upgrade. The project will serve ultimately about 900 homes, but we have 465 homes that were qualified with the BEC NADBank funding to receive yard line connections.
A basic urban infrastructure project in Playas de Rosarito, Baja California, will help improve air quality through increased street paving coverage and better urban mobility, as well as replace aging water and wastewater infrastructure and improve the public lighting system.
El Emiliano Zapata, que llovía en muchos baches, es una calle que ya está muy dañada, y la que va rumbo a los comercios principales nunca ha estado pavimentada. Entonces se solicitó y parece que estamos hallando buena respuesta de parte del gobierno.
In the renewable energy sector, there were approved 3 wind farms in Mexico, 2 in Tamaulipas and 1 in Coahuila, with a combined generation capacity of 298 megawatts. These projects are expected to generate sufficient energy to supply electricity to more than 152,000 homes annually.
The EDPR wind project was approved by the board on November 5th. The project consists of the construction and operation of a wind farm of up to 200 megawatts located in General Cepeda, Coahuila. This will be the first utility-scale renewable energy project located in the state.
A 13.7 megawatt solar park, the first utility-scale solar project in Mexico through a self-supply scheme with 2 private companies, will be constructed in Ahumada, Chihuahua, and will sell its electricity to a private educational group and a global manufacturing company. A 1.4 megawatt cogeneration facility will be installed at the South Wastewater Treatment Plant in Ciudad Juarez, Chihuahua. Using the biogas generated in the sludge digestion process, the facility is expected to supply up to 50% of the electricity required to operate the treatment plant, which currently consumes more than 16.8 gigawatt hours a year.
Esto es una planta principalmente de tratamiento de aguas residuales que genera sólidos que finalmente se tienen que desechar, y parte del tratamiento de esos sólidos implica la digestión anaerobia, que va a permitir que esos sólidos se conviertan por un lado en sólidos estabilizados que ya no van a generar malos olores, y por otro lado van a generar un gas que está compuesto de metano y CO2. El metano lo hemos aprovechado y lo vamos a aprovechar también aquí en Juárez, lo hemos aprovechado en otras instalaciones en la generación de energía eléctrica.
Altogether, these 5 renewable energy projects will help improve air quality by displacing an estimated 553,900 metric tons of carbon dioxide a year, equivalent to eliminating about 160,400 passenger vehicles from the road.
We also moved forward with the approval of our first industrial emissions control project for a steel mill in Monclova, Coahuila. This system will have a collection capacity of more than 29,000 cubic meters per minute of particulate matter, thus reducing harmful emissions released into the air by its furnaces.
With respect to technical assistance activities, NADB and BEC have been working closely to align and merge their respective programs.
We have implemented a joint set of policies for the analysis and approval of proposed studies and other development activities through the Technical Assistance Committee. These efforts are already producing results.
For the year to date, BEC and NADB have approved technical assistance grants totaling $1.34 million to support 14 studies, and a total of 2 studies have been completed during the course of the year, including an analysis of the U.S.-Mexico border crossings.
Expediting crossings at international points of entry has a positive impact on air quality throughout the border region. This study is intended to help improve the process by which both sides plan, design, and construct new point of entry infrastructure for better competitiveness and air quality.
Normalmente los procesos que nosotros seguimos aquí en Estados Unidos no son exactamente los mismos procesos o pasos que se siguen del lado mexicano. Entonces, compaginar la cronología de cada evento para básicamente llegar a un financiamiento al mismo tiempo y una construcción al mismo tiempo y una apertura de un proyecto al mismo tiempo.
Additionally, close to $644,800 has been approved through the Project Development Assistance Program, or PDAP, funded by EPA, to support the design and development of water and/or wastewater projects for 6 communities.
With respect to training activities, as of September, BEC and NatBank had hosted 14 seminars, workshops, and forums on a variety of topics, including water utility management, solid waste disposal, climate change, and green infrastructure.
Estos cursos, estos talleres, de eso se trata, que se genere un gran porcentaje de ahorro de energía y como dije hace un momento, que ese ahorro de energía se traduzca en ahorro de dinero para tener el recurso suficiente pues, para hacer otro tipo de obras, para poder ofrecer otro tipo de servicios.
During 2015, 18 projects began construction or were completed and went into operation. These projects will help provide better water and wastewater services or reduce harmful emissions to the atmosphere through the use of clean, renewable energy in benefit of 21 communities.
The great beauty is this, again, it's going to give us a long-term life and we're really concerned, like I said, about the catastrophic failure of the other older structure, and that would have just shut the cities down, shut the farmers down, and that's been a really good blessing to have this completed as such.
As the governments are working towards an amended charter, in parallel, we are also working towards integrating our institutions. Activities such as programs and internal operations are being combined in order to ensure a smooth transition.
Our commitment to help improve environmental conditions in the U.S.-Mexico border region through the development and financing of projects remains stronger than ever, and we look forward to working with our border partners for many successful years to come.
The collaboration with Beck and NatBank has been a blessing in many ways. Before the funding that we were looking to receive from Beck and NatBank, we were going to have to seek funding for the yard line connections for several years after the completion of the main infrastructure.
Again, we're very grateful for NatBank and Beck for all the help they do to our community, but not only to our community, but all the communities that they work with throughout the border areas. There's a lot of projects. It enhances all our border communities, and we're very grateful for the great work they do. And hopefully they'll help us in this project. Thank you.
Well, we're building a brand new pump station for the irrigation district. Project cost is about $2.8 million, and NatBank funded a little over $990,000.
The project funded in the City of Brawley is the rehabilitation of lift station number 2 and emergency power generators for lift station number 1 and lift station number 2. We work closely, as I said, with NatBank and Beck staff. They provided elementary feedback on our application, and they really helped us achieve this. And now we have a successful funded project.
NatBank was wonderful to work with. You know, I think it was their first solar project, so we kind of learned together. But I tell you what, they're great folks to work with. I wish they were a little closer in San Antonio, but you know, when you work with a banker that's very interested in the success of the project, everybody wins. And that's what we have with NatBank. Very happy to have a relationship with NatBank.
I'd personally like to thank the Beck and the NatBank staff as well for staying the course with us, because I know that it's been a process, but I think the project that we've come to put together now, as we sit today, is proof that, you know, the system works. It takes a little while, but it works. And if you're patient and you stay the course, you can get things done. And I just, like I said, just very thankful and very happy to be part of the process.
North American Development Bank, Border Environment Cooperation Commission.